Hi there, Lana here, and I want to talk about how world events such as this pandemic have a way of shaking our habitual ways of being. Quite often for a lot of us, we live life kind of with ourselves on our mind all the time. We kind of relate the world to how we're doing in it, how people are thinking of us, how we're doing in our jobs, how we're doing in our lives, personal lives, relationships, money-wise, accomplishments, all of that stuff. We seem to be obsessed with us. And these kind of world events do shake that, where we kind of get out of our own heads and that egocentric place that a lot of us can habitually find ourselves. And we realize that there's this bigger world out there that we're actually connected to, that we are also part of. We are one. And I don't mean that in a trite way, but there's a ripple effect with all of us, and all we're doing in life is really projecting how we see the world over and over again. But at times like this, it really does jar us out of ourselves so that we can think about, how can I help? How can I show up? How can I be a best of service? But in doing so, there's this balance, there's this relationship that has to coexist between what we personally need, our own self-care, and the care of everybody else, of the world, of showing up to help, be one of the helpers, basically. And so it can be kind of confusing, because in times like this we can think, oh, well, it doesn't matter about me, I just need to do whatever I can and I will die trying. Well, we all know the example of the airplanes where they say you put your own mask on before you help a child, because you're not going to be of any use if you deplete yourself and you have no air and then the child dies too. It's the same in these situations. There's this coexistence between really knowing what you need to refresh and regenerate so that you can be of service in the world at your optimal level. And the thing that we can always rely on is that inner knowing, that guidance system that we all have within us. It's that wisdom, that common sense that has been guiding us our whole lives. So it's not going to come up here from the busyness of our minds, but rather this deeper knowing. We know when we're feeling depleted. We know when we need a break. And we also know what makes sense in this moment. What do I need to do so that I can show up better? So it's about coexisting within these two realms and listening to that deeper knowing guidance system that will tell you when to take a step back, when to take a break, so that you can then show up and reconnect. And my God, what an invitation, what an opportunity to look at the world that we have helped to create and reevaluate what we prioritize and what we value. Okay, talk to you next time.